The high interest rates by commercial banks persist as a major challenge facing businesses. A lot of reasons have been cited as contributing to this issue. These include the inability of some customers to repay loans, the high-risk nature of some businesses, as well as the prevailing inflation rate, which is currently at 7.6%. The Bank of Ghana has over the past 3 years worked to reduce its policy rate, which is a major factor in setting interest rates by commercial banks. The policy rate is currently at 16%, but this is yet to reflect in easing the interest rate on loans, which ranges between an estimated 20 and 30% among banks. At Kantamanto, where most vendors deal in second-hand clothing, these traders shared with me how the high interest rates have affected their businesses.
Interest are net so no crane in do 6 months 1 year and cross spread them out about do at 30% and 20-25% unto me baba ko fa niam kakra de be ye no bosumi kra inu ye na ye fro se bra na I am hihie aya ho prepre etu be hwe na ebi obi niam sika kra na wafa na de kotua wo loan ni kan na fe bedu ba na niam awura no so pe wo kra na se wo dwane apatam
every month be no otua 150 Nechiche Musama. Met my case at the family yourself in 8 months. 8 months, yes. It took about 150. Yeah, because it was so many. Yeah. As soon because of certain I can say Nanki pen senki binyan say 8 months go the tuan, but so all experience are more than Sunday making. So they say, but I was sort even when say nka yan face nka all this guy to bank nanka pay interest nka interest also no and more from but wo ko loan and loan no die no I was sort and the basa madwuma no enko so because they say entohwe no ko gibisani entohwe no be no timatua.
The story was not different at Abosokan, which is the hub for vehicle spare parts, which are mostly imported.
It came to a time that if you acquire loans because of the high interest rates, you couldn't pay, and then if you are not lucky, the property that you put in as a collateral, will be sold out, and sometimes too. People are not, able to pay, and then their businesses are wind up, and then they try to, hide themselves somewhere. So it was having a negative, impact on businesses.
The managing director of CalBank, Frank Adu, believes the banks are not to blame for the high interest rates, and here are his reasons.
It's not about interest rates or capping interest rates, etc. It's just about the framework within which we operate as banks. If the legal framework allows me to realize my security if you default without too much sweat, without having to battle in court for 10 years, I will make loans all the time. But if the system works against a bank, and therefore you have somebody borrowing, that once I borrow and I default, I have another 8 to 10 years to figure out when to pay you. I'm not going to lend money again.
Meanwhile, the traders are hopeful of a turnaround with the latest directive by President Nana Addo Akufo-Addo.
Nana nyame nhyira no wadome ya pa because one for one yen say to me nti se nana so omonte so dia de ya kan say nana yankopon nhyira no.
President Nana Addo Akufo-Addo believes that for the private sector to thrive, there is the need to create a conducive environment for individuals who work in this sector. Reporting for Citi News, my name is Kweku Ediama Ansa.